My screen is visible to everyone. I will not able to see your chat messages, so please speak out the doubts what you want to see, ask. Okay. Okay. So we discussed function overloading yesterday. Today we'll be discussing one new concept with respect to function, and that is what we term it to be inline functions. We'll be discussing inline functions. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the question comes, what is inline function? Functions now you are aware about. Functions you are aware about. Okay, let me write a function. Okay, let us write directly an example. This is visible properly, I think. But in that, કટ નથી થતું આમાં. આમાં કટ નથી થતું. પેલામાં થાય છે. Some problem is there. I don't know. I'll check it out. Okay. So I am making one function. I am writing hash include iostream.h hash include onio.h void cube function I am making cube. I want to have the cube of this number n. Void main integer n str enter n. If you any doubt, please ask me immediately. Huh? Nobody told me, sir, we need to write C out. Now there is nothing like printf scanf. C out, enter n, C in, n. Is it fine? Get ch, and within which we will be calling a cube function. We pass n to it. Now we need to write the definition for cube function. What we are writing? Void cube integer n. In the cube, what we do? C out. C out. And I say n into n into n. Okay. But what I am doing over here, I am changing somewhat. This is fine, no? Will this give me the output? Let us compile it. CPP is only there. Let us compile. Execute. Let's say I enter 3. What should be the answer? 27. So it is. So then what is inline function? This is our normal function. This is what is our normal function. Do you agree with this? Okay. But in this case, I am doing a slight modification in. What is the change I done? Return type means what? Can I say now my function will return something? That means in my function, what I'll do instead of printing it over here, I will return this value. And if I am returning this, that means there should be someone who can hold this value. Let's say C equals to cube. And I am printing it over here, C out, C. Do you agree with this? Still it is our normal function. There is nothing like inline. Still, it is our normal function. What will happen in our normal function? Uh, oh, sorry. Okay. So what will happen in our normal function? It will start with void main. When we execute, it will start with void main. CLR So clear the screen. Enter n. P in n. So here it is waiting for input. Let's say I enter 3. Is everybody with me? Now what will happen? Now what will happen?
Sir, we have to print C out. No.
No, what will happen now? We are executing step by step. Now after getting value of n, then I say I am calling cube function from here. Means what it will do? Can I say it will jump to this cube function over here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. See, it jumped over here. What it will do? It will return this value. See what it did. It jumped from main function. It jumped from main function to my cube function. It executed the cube function. And now I am returning from this cube to this statement. Yes or no? Now it is printing the value. Do you agree with this? We got the answer. This is our normal function. Do you agree, no, everyone?
Yes, sir.
But now, instead of this, I am adding one new keyword to the definition of function. And that keyword is inline. Inline. What do you mean or what do you understand by the word inline? Humko, if I ask you in English, what is the English meaning of inline?
Inside the line.
Nine. Yes, yes, someone told online. What is the
Inside
what
the
if I
line.
say yes?
Inside the line.
No, inline. If I say inline, just understand it with respect to English, not with respect to C++ language. Inline. If I ask you, what is the meaning of inline in English? Inline. I am
Continue.
inline.
In a straight line means
Sorry? I
in
am
the same.
inline. See, I've given you the hint now. Sorry? No. Think inline. I've given you an example. I am inline for movie tickets. ક્યુમાં છો or else હું લાઈનમાં ઊભો છું હું લાઈનમાં જ છું I have not break my line. I am in line means function is in line. Means what? When I start executing this, just see it very carefully. What will happen now? If it is a normal function, then what will happen? It will jump. That means it will go out of the line. My jump will go out of the line and execute that function. Do you agree? Now it will not jump. As I had made it inline, so it will now not jump. Over here it will be showing you like this. That means we have jumped. Means over here this is the execution sequence. Okay, but internally compiler has not jumped at this place because function was inline. Internally jump execute नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन यहाँ पे डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन के लिए ऐसा दिख रहा है कि हमने जंप किया, लेकिन इंटरनली एट कंपाइलर लेवल इट इज नॉट जंप, इट वाज इन लाइन.
तो सर जंप नहीं किया
And
तो
sir, what is the difference
इनपुट
between inline function and normal function? Yes or no? Online people, did you get my question? Then what is the difference between our normal function and inline function? Now, there are certain limitations of inline function and certain benefits of inline function. First of all, let us discuss benefits. Benefit is that being it in inline function, what compiler will do, compiler will not jump at that part, so compiler need not to remember where it need to go back. Because jump has not occurred. जंप हुआ ही नहीं है. जंप हुआ हो तो मुझे याद रखना मुझे वापस कहां जाना है. यहाँ पे जंप हुआ ही नहीं है इनलाइन के केस में. तो एग्जीक्यूशन इज फास्टर. At compiler level, execution is faster in case of inline function. But the limitation of inline function is that you should not write the loops in this. That means if you think, if I write looping statements, if you say I write looping statements in inline function, over here, this is not permitted. Because inline functions are limited to one or two line of statements. It is restricted for executing inline one or two statements. Means what? When I called this cube function, what compiler did internally? Compiler internally replaced n into n over here. Substituted. So jump was not there. Got the difference between inline and non-inline functions? It will reduce your execution time. That's it. Nothing much more than this. Again, this concept was removed from other languages like Java, C#. All have removed this concept of inline. Just in initial phases, when first OOP language C++ was invented, at that time they had introduced this concept, but it was not successful. So later on, languages removed this concept. Is it fine, everyone? But it is there with C++, so we should know it. Okay. So got the type, another type of function, inline function. It is only with C++ language. Okay. One more thing. As I said, there are certain limitations of this inline function. First limitation I told you, it can be only 2 to 3 lines, not more than that, 1 or 2 lines max. But if you write 5 lines, then will it give you an error? No, it will not give you error. It will execute, but it will execute it normally. Internally, it will not give you any kind of error, but it will execute normally. That's it. Is it fine? Second limitation, you cannot write looping statements. Again, if you write looping statement, it will not give you error, but it will execute normally. Is it fine? So say for example, I write a loop over here, int I equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Say for example, some loop I am writing. And in that, let's say I write some weird logic I am writing. E out. Let's say I. Simple. See, it will not give you error. It is not going to give you error. And though it is an inline, then why are you writing the loops? But if you write the loop, it will execute as a normal function. Is it fine? Everyone? Online students, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I didn't understand. No, we can write it. We can declare anywhere. Now in C language, we can C++. We can declare variables any point of time. That's why I declared C over here. We can. In C++, not sorry. In C, not possible. But in C++, possible. But only condition is if you are using any variable in the program, that should be declared before using it. That's it. But wherever you can. But in case of industry standard programming, you cannot do it like that way. But we are having some other concepts, which is our encapsulation. So in that case, you cannot write like this way, anywhere you declare it. All the iterative variables like counter variables, looping variables, we can declare it anywhere. Okay. Is it fine? Should I move further? All of you, online people, should I move further?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts with this?
Not right now.
Okay, good, fine. So, okay. So, in this case, the next concept which I want to make you understand in case of function is default arguments to the function. Okay. Function with default arguments. Yes. For this only. Write it in book, preferably. Okay. Function with default arguments. What is this? Let us take an example. Okay, I'm writing a new program. Let's include iostream.h. Let's include onio.h. Okay. Now I am writing a function simple interest wherein I pass three values: integer p, float r, and t or n. So let's say integer n, number of years. Is it fine? But can I change this sequence of arguments in declaration? Like instead of n at the last, can I keep r at the last? Can I write like this? And what we need to take care, when I pass the values, at that time I need to take care. Do you agree? Okay, so this is my function. Void main. See, again repeating one thing very frequently, that in C++, we will not learn logic. What we studied in C. In C++, we will be learning way of writing the program. In C++, say for example, how to write object-oriented programs. But I will not teach you how to write the logic and what will be the logic now. Okay, so simple interest program you studied in your C language. But still, now I am making you understand how we can still modify it with respect to C++, so that whenever some modifications are required, whenever some changes are required, some addition, deletion, how it becomes easier for the developers, like our programmers. Okay, so please keep in mind that I will write the same program in different ways. Okay, so let me define simple interest first. Okay. Can I say simply I want to print it? So simple interest is equals to, can I say E into R, N into R, whole thing divided by 100. Is it fine? Okay, that's it. Nothing is there to be written in this function. But now what I can do over here is I'm taking the values. Let's say integer p and n. Float, let's say r. And I'm getting the values from the user. C out, enter the principal. C in, P, C out. Don't make the mistakes in this operator with C out and C in. Double less than sign, double greater than sign. Don't do that mistake. Your marks may be deducted based on this, or you may get compile time error also. Okay, so please be careful while using this. How I remember this signs, let me tell you. What I want to do, actually I want to print it on the screen. That means I want to send it outside. So that's why arrow direction is this way. If I want to get the value from user, that means I want to move it to P. So arrow direction is towards P in C in. That's how I remember these operators. Okay, fine. So let me move further. Enter number of years. C in, N, C out, enter rate of interest. C in, R. Is it fine? Now, can I call the function simple interest? And can I pass P, N, and R? Do you agree with this? All of you? Is it fine? Should I compile it? No errors? Should I run it? Like, let's say I enter 1000, number of years 2, rate of interest, let's say 5.4. Is everybody with me? Sir, you told that you are going to teach us concept of functions with default arguments. Over here it is our normal function. Yes, it is normal. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to write get ch. That's why I didn't see the output, but it is still there. This is. Is it fine? So I got 108 rupees as my simple interest. So what is default in it? Now say for example, I am again running this program. Principal, let's say 2000. Number of years, let's say 5. And rate of interest is same for all. 5.4%. Rate of interest is same for all. Do you agree with this? It is same for all. So every time I need to enter 5.4, can't I make it default? Are you getting my point? Every time I am entering 5.4 is somewhat tedious for me. Or else I need not to ask it from the user only that my rate of interest is fixed. Do you get my point? So if I want to make it default, then what I need to do? So at time of definition, when I am declaring it float R, I need to mention is equals to 5.4. All of you please understand it very carefully. When I declare this variable in function definition, at that time I can initialize this default value, so that from now onwards I will not take this rate of interest from the user. I will not take this rate of interest from the user. So I need not to pass it at this point. But still there are three arguments. Can you see this? So now what compiler will do? As I have not passed the third argument, compiler will take this third argument by default 5.4. Just check it out. Sorry, there is a mistake. Just a minute.
સર આપણે એના ફંક્શન અંદર આપણે ડિક્લેર કરીએ તો r is equal to 5.4.
એક જ મિનિટ. There is some, I don't know, there is some mistake from my side in declaration part. I'll check it out. But if I define the function before void main, then it is working. See this. Now there is no problem. I'll check it out why I got the problem. Okay. Can you see this now? Let me run it. Principal 1000, number of years 2. Is it fine? 108. Now I need not require rate of interest. It is used as a default argument. But still, what if I do this thing? Or by default we have kept it to be 5.4. But what if I pass this? Then what will happen?
Sir, if we enter without writing any numbers, then it will go to default.
Yes, but now I am passing over here. See this R I am passing. Now what will happen? Let me compile.
user.
Let me run. I entered 1000. I entered number of years 2. Now it is asking for rate of interest because I had permitted to enter. And now I am entering, let's say, 2%. What will happen?
Sir, 5.4 आएगा
Why 5.4?
because वो नहीं
वो
ऊपर
डिफॉल्ट
declare
है, वो डिफॉल्ट है, इसलिए 5.4 लेगा. No. If I am passing any value, then that will be taken. But if I am not passing any value, then default will be taken. Did you understand the concept of default?
फिर से repeat करो तो statement
Repeating
last
it
one.
again. If I am not passing any value to this function as an argument, then it will take default value. But if I am passing the value, then it will not take default, but it will take what I have passed.
Okay, sir.
Is it fine? So right now it will take 2% and not 5.4% because I am passing it as an argument. Check it out. Is it fine? So did you got the concept of default?
Yes,
All of
sir.
you. Okay. Same way, I can have more than one argument to be default. In this particular function, how many arguments are there? 3. I can make all 3 to be default. whatever is there, I can make it as default. Do you agree with this? All of you, say for example, I want to make n also to be default. Let's say 5. Because if you go to bank or post office, say for example, you go to post office and you purchase Kisan Vikas Patra. The tenure of Kisan Vikas Patra is fixed for 5 years. Sorry, NSC, National Saving Certificate. Sorry, Kisan Vikas Patra is around 9.5 or 10 years. I don't remember exactly. But if you take NSC, National Saving Certificate from Post Office, then the tenure is fixed 5 years. And rate of interest is also fixed, 6%. Are you getting my point? So can I say I can make that values to be default, both the values? Okay. Any doubts with this? But there is one condition in it. But there is one condition in it, and I am making everything to be normal. Just check it out very carefully. I can make the values default in backward to forward direction. I cannot make this P as default and R and N not to be default. Then it is incorrect. This will give me an error. What is that error? Are you getting my point? What is the limitation?
Why this error?
That answer you have to search it out. You asked me earlier before telling it to you. This answer as a self exercise, you have to search it out. It is very easily available onto the Google. That why we cannot take the arguments from forward directions as a default argument. Why we need to compulsorily take it from reverse order. That means which we want to make it as default is to be kept at last. Is it fine? So you need to search the answer. It is one of the important questions from the interview point of view. That why this is not important, why this is an error. Compiler will not allow this. So always remember, whichever arguments you want to keep it as default should be kept at last. Any doubts with this? All of you? Online people, any doubts?
No,
Should I move
sir.
further? Online people, should I move further?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the last concept of this chapter, functions. Last concept, which we have already discussed in C language. I already discussed when we discussed pointers. Do you remember a term call by value? What is call by value? Function call by value. Anyone can answer, huh? What is function call by value? First of all, understand function call. Where is function call in this program? When I say this is function call by value, means what I am passing in as an argument. What I am passing as an argument? P and R. Are P and R storing values or reference? Reference means address. Does P and R store address or values?
Value, sir.
values. So this is termed as call by value. Over here, exactly, this is call by value only. I have passed the value of P, which P contains value, N contains value, R contains value. So it is called by value. Define. What is called by reference then? What is called by reference then?
Sir, we do all these things by reference by star C or star N.
Okay, near to the answer. Now, simple point. Instead of this values in P, N, and R, if I pass address of P, if I pass address of N, and if I pass address of R, then what it is? Address means reference. Sometimes we speak, I have given the reference of this person. Actually, reference of this person means what? I am giving address of that person. So call by reference. So instead of passing the value of P or N or R, what I have passed? Address, that is reference. So what I need to do the change over here? When I say I need to take pointer variables, so this is what is termed as call by reference. And what I need to do it over here? Star P into star N into star R. I don't know whether it will work or not. Yes, it will work. Fine.
Yes,
So what?
sir.
Two things. Initially it was called by value, but now we did it. That means what is the difference in call by value? We pass the values. Whereas in case of call by reference, we pass addresses or reference. Is it fine? Any doubts? Similarly, I can, what is this? Say for example, I write float. What is this float?
Data return type.
Return type. This is a return type. That means this function is going to return some value. Yes or no? Let's say return star P into star R into star N. Whole thing divided by 100. Is it fine? Is it fine? But what I am returning, when I say I am returning a float value, all of you, what I am returning? Can I say I am returning value?
No,
Yes
sir.
or no?
We are
Yes, yes.
returning pointer addresses.
Well, I am not returning the addresses. I have calculated, see the value. I have calculated this PRN upon 100. It will be a value, no? Yes or no?
Okay, yes. Okay.
So, if I am returning a value, that means it is termed as return by value. And same way, instead of this, if I return some pointer, then it is returned by reference. What's the point now? But over here now this I need not to return. Now I need to return some address. How I can do that? Let's say float F. No, I should not write F. Just a minute. Huh? Don't get confused. I'm writing some weird definition. Don't get confused. Float star F star F is equals to just for the example I am writing. Is it fine? I will not run this program. There is a mistake in this program. Just for the sake of understanding. What I am returning now? What I am returning now? Pointer, address. Are you getting my point? So it is nothing but returned by reference. Any doubts with this? All of you? So with this, our chapter of function is over. Okay. So if any doubts, please let me know. I think today we stop here at this point. Yeah. મેં કોલિંગ ના પાર્ટમાં હજી નથી પ્રોપર લખ્યું એટલે yes. Any doubts with the chapter? Any doubts with the concept? All of you. So any doubt with this? I think today we stop here. All are
No, sir.
requested to put your enrollment numbers in the chat box as an attendance. If any doubt, please ask me. Otherwise, you can leave. Nine.